Welcome, everybody, to the Avengers podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torn.
Yo.
What's going on?
Chilling.
I'm chilling as well.
Binging Better Call Saul. I'm already on season 6.
I finally watched El Camino, and I just started breaking Call Saul, Better Call Saul. I think I just finished episode 7 of season 1, so.
Good. Great, even.
Indeed. El Camino was good. The way you described it was perfect. It was literally, it's literally like a 2-hour epilogue. It's exactly what it is.
Yep. It's really good. It's really good.
Wrapped up Jesse's story nicely.
Poor Jesse. Man's been through it all.
Truly. And Better Call Saul has been pretty fun. Seeing it's some returning characters every now and again. Mike being the GOAT that he is.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Mike.
Good.
Like, lots of Mike. It's crazy.
Good.
Like, sometimes I even think, like, the show's not even about, like, Saul. It's more about Mike.
As it should be. Better call Mike.
Better call Mike, for sure.
Well, we have a great show for everyone this week. We are ranking the MCU origin stories, or at least their first solo movies. Because when it comes to like something like Spider-Man Homecoming, it's technically not an origin story, but one could argue it's like his origin in the MCU. So it is what it is. So it's a little bit loose, but it is what it is. But we also, of course, have the news of the week. Of course, we're going to be talking about latest episode of Obi-Wan, or at least I'm going to talk about the latest episode of Obi-Wan. We're going to be talking about the newly released first episode of Miss Marvel. Really can't wait to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about The Boys episodes 1 through 4, which have been interesting to say the least. But of course, we have the regular news, so let's get started on that. First, we have the HBO's The Last of Us series has wrapped filming. So I really can't wait for that. Just based off set photos alone, it looks so faithful to the game. And I don't know if this is unpopular opinion or not, but the casting, I'm loving the casting. Pedro Pascal's a great choice. And I forgot the girl's name, Bella something. She was in Game of Thrones. People are like, oh, she looks nothing like Ellie. I'm like, that's not the point. We're talking, performance always outweighs looks. So, but yeah, can't wait for that. And
can't wait for Pedro Pascal to start putting on Mandalorian armor, Beskar armor.
Yeah. Next piece of news: The Boys has been renewed for season 4.
Don't doubt it.
Don't doubt it at all, especially with the way this season's going. Very, very good so far. But it's one of the most like consistent shows I watch. It's just like season 3. I mean, we'll get to it. It's more of the same, but like good.
Yeah. Always manages to keep you invested for sure for its content.
Absolutely. On to some DC news. Harley Quinn season 3 is set to premiere late summer, so that's very exciting. You still haven't finished season 2.
Dude, I haven't even finished season 1, bro.
Kite Man's getting a spinoff, and that's great. It sounds like it's going to be pretty interesting and pretty funny. But what I want most is a King Shark spinoff. Where is it? I will sell my kidney for it.
I want like so much King Shark content, bro. Like we all need it. We all love King Shark.
I just occasionally want to download a plugin on my computer where King Shark occasionally pops up from the side of the screen and just says howdy.
That'd be amazing.
Would make my day. Next piece of DC news: Todd Phillips has officially announced Joker 2. So it's really happening. It's moving along.
Where's Barry Allen when you need him?
We don't need this. No one needs this. Who asked for this?
The biggest cash grab of all time, bro.
I'm disgusted. I honestly, I don't know if I would. Well, I mean, I probably would watch it, but like, I don't know. They'd have to pull like some crazy for me to be like, oh, actually, that's pretty interesting. Because otherwise, I couldn't care less. I forget. There's like the name for the movie or something like Joker, some fucking, I don't know, some name in another language that people are sort of attributing to possibly introducing two Jokers. So that could be interesting, I guess.
I heard a very interesting theory. Yeah, it's called Joker Folle Ado.
Yes.
But so basically, hold on. Let me. I know there's. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the theory I heard was, yeah, for Folle Ado, I'd probably like butcher that. It says is defined as an identical or similar mental disorder affecting two or more individuals. And someone said that they could introduce like Harley Quinn.
That too. Yeah.
Because like, like the whole thing of like the red being like a metaphor for like love and madness.
It's gonna be like some fucking trash version of Harley Quinn. I've never been less excited for something Joker related.
Imagine they make Zazie Beetz' character.
Oh no.
Harley.
Oh no.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
We don't need it. Throw it in the trash. I don't want it. I'll watch it, but I don't want to. Yeah, they got to do something special for me to give a shit, because right now I couldn't care less. But next piece of DC news, and by next piece of DC news, I mean next piece of updates on Ezra Miller news. Ezra Miller has been accused of supplying a minor with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD. The individual's parents state, quote, Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over an adolescent child. So, yikes, man. Now,
it's just not that hard to be a law-abiding citizen.
I feel like it's important to state that that the person in question has stated that their parents' allegations regarding Ezra Miller are false. But I guess it's just one of those things we'll have to wait for more news on. But it's not looking great. It's not looking great.
We ain't never getting that Flash movie, bro.
They should just, I saw someone say on Twitter, and they should absolutely do it. Just stealth drop it on HBO Max. just be like, hey, The Flash on HBO Max, it's out.
I don't know. I still want to see it in theaters, though.
I do as well, but god damn. They just had to get Ezra. It wasn't a good choice to begin with. I don't understand, but whatever, I guess. Next piece of DC news. The Black Adam trailer came out.
Trailer did not do it justice that much, but I'm so faithful for the project for sure.
Yeah, it's still exciting. It still looks cool, but yeah, I thought we were gonna get more from that trailer, especially after waiting for so long. Yeah. Really, mostly I just wanted to see more Dr. Fate, and we kind of got some Dr. Fate, but it's like he's obscured by the fucking mirror dimension or something. I don't know.
Or took notes from Doctor Strange 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually more intrigued to see like the Justice Society as well.
Yeah.
Like Atom Smasher, Hawkman, and I keep forgetting the other one's name.
Cyclone?
Cyclone, that's what it is. That's what it is. I feel so bad.
You should.
But yeah. And then like you see freaking in that trailer, you see Black Adam take an Ender Pearl and teleport to catch a rocket.
Oh my god! There was some like kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not cheesy, not corny, generic dialogue where he's like, "I was a slave, and then I was free."
Yeah.
Are you okay, guy? Okay.
Apparently, Harcourt's gonna be in here.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Bro, all they gotta do is just add Shazam in here and make that movie peak.
That's the post-credit scene. I don't know that for a fact, but it should be. I don't know why it wouldn't.
I know.
Or maybe they'll save Black Adam for the Shazam 2 post-credit scene.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on Shazam 2.
This December, supposedly.
Really?
Yeah. Remember they pushed it forward?
Oh man, that's crazy.
And then
Damn, I mean,
it was the same date as
damn,
Avatar 2, and so they're like, yeah, no, never mind. And so they pushed it back a week, but it's still December.
they should just push it up more.
True. November.
Yeah, make it November. Have a good month to itself. So I mean, because we
Well, I
already know
think
how
Black Panther comes
Avatar.
out in November.
I don't care.
Oh,
Shazam comes first.
you right.
Freaking excited because we all know how Avatar is gonna be. It's just gonna demolish everything. No
Maybe.
one's gonna care about any other movie unless it gets review bombed.
Or it's just bad.
She's just
I
bad.
think actually, if it's bad, there's like some like level of intrigue. So the worst case scenario for Avatar if it's just like meh, and no
Yeah,
one cares. But I think it's special effects alone, it's gonna carry it, just like it did the first one.
damn.
But then again, it's like the special effects aren't. It's not as big of a leap as far as technological advancement. I don't think as the first one. Like the first one was like holy shit, but now it's like yeah, we've
Yeah,
seen CG characters before. So I don't know. Like it looks incredible. It still looks better than most things coming out, but like I don't care. But yeah, the Black Adam trailer. Wanted more, but it is what it is. It's only the first trailers, and it's like standard to get 2 trailers. And the second trailer always has the more interesting story-based stuff. So, still excited. But
yeah.
yeah, moving on to some Marvel news. Maria Bakalova from the second Borat movie that released back in like 2019 or not 2019, I think it might have been 2020. Regardless, she has been cast in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in an undisclosed role. So that's fun. She was really a breakout star after Borat. Like people were like blown away after that shit. Yeah, so that's really cool. Nothing really else to say about that. Next piece of Marvel news: the I Am Groot series will release August 10th. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that.
Well, I forgot that was a thing. To be honest,
Yeah, so it's a bunch of like animated shorts. I think it's 5 episodes long, and it's animated. And I think James Gunn confirmed that it's not canon. So I mean, it's also cool that we're getting some MCU adjacent stuff that's not canon finally. But it also, on August 10th, all 5 episodes are releasing at once. So it's not going to be a week-to-week thing. You can watch it.
probably.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those things like, if I'm bored, I'll be like, I'm just going to watch that I Am Groot thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, next piece of Marvel news. This is a big deal. A Thunderbolts movie is in the works with Jake Schreier set to direct, and Black Widow writer Eric Pearson is going to write the script. So we're finally getting a Thunderbolts movie. It's been a Thunderbolts movie has been sort of like in like early like development for a long time now, but it's getting going. They have a director and a writer, so.
We want to see more of U.S. Agent
True.
and Abomination.
Yelena.
And who cares about her?
I do.
Everyone loves Florence Pugh. Everyone loves her. She's amazing.
Yeah, but this is according to a Deadline. Marvel has apparently been in touch with certain actors who are already part of the MCU to make sure their schedules are clear for next summer when Thunderbolts will begin filming. So, yeah. And apparently the way this Jake Schreier guy got the job, he's directed some things, but he hasn't directed on like this scale, you know what I mean? Apparently, Marvel Studios executives were reportedly blown away by director Jake Schreier's recent pitch for the Thunderbolts movie, which ultimately won him the gig. So that fucking pitch had to have been goddamn good.
Yeah, shit had to be fucking amazing.
But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Is this the first time? I mean, I'm sure because Kevin Feige likes to have sort of his fingers on like everything and sort of have things in development at all times or whatever. But is this one of the first times the MCU specifically has had like a reaction to the DCEU? Because like the Thunderbolts is just Marvel's Suicide Squad, and we just had the Suicide Squad being maybe not necessarily the most financially successful movie, but critically it, great. Did great. Yeah, so is this like Marvel being like, shit, maybe we should do our own Suicide Squad? Or is this like something that's been a thing for a while and it's just now happening?
I mean, that's something that I wouldn't. I mean, like, I don't mind, or I wouldn't mind people like thinking about that. But at the same time, it's like once you bring in like U.S. Agent and like Contessa, there is already like confirmation of the Thunderbolts like happening at some point in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think that like, oh my god, Marvel's copying DC. I don't think that was just like, I mean that's something that didn't go into like my mind, because then again, I'm always like, there's so much stuff that Marvel can do, they're probably going to do in the future, and it's just like, I mean, it's just a coincidence, like, if anything.
True.
But I mean, I'm excited for the Thunderbolts. I think it's pretty good. Probably it gives them a chance to like bring in like lesser known like villains to just kill them off anyways. So,
well, the biggest question is, considering it's the Thunderbolts and now, may he rest in peace, William Hurt is gone. What's happening there?
They could just bring me in.
Jesus. It could be like a sort of like a name out of like respect, like name it after him, but it's not. Yeah, it's not his team.
Someone said just bring in Sam Elliott. I'm like, he's too old, bro. I mean, they probably could do that still.
But then it's like, is Hulk 2003 canon?
Not really. I mean, it's just, if anything, it's just like a recast or something.
No, I think once like he's gone, he's gone. I don't think we should bring him back.
Nah, we should definitely have a Red Hulk.
Sure, get Martin Freeman.
It's essential to the Thunderbolts, in my opinion.
You got Thaddeus Ross and Everett Ross, so just get Everett Ross. Close enough.
I mean, like, Red Hulk and Abomination are still on the team, so like together. But if they don't have a Red Hulk, I'm just not going to watch it.
Oh, yeah, true. If it's not accurate to the comics, then who cares?
Yeah, I know, right? It's just insane. But I mean, they can make it like a lowered scale Thunderbolts, It's still like a lot of people that they have yet to get.
It's true. It's very true. But yeah, I'm excited for this.
I'm excited for it too.
But I'm also a little cautiously optimistic because, I don't know, we haven't really had a villain-focused MCU thing yet, but also in Kevin Feige we trust. So
you're right.
But yeah, that is it for like the news. Now let's move on to some of the series. I'm going to start with Obi-Wan, since you're slacking.
That's all you, brother. That's all you.
Well, here's what I'll say. To the people who saying it's filler, you're absolutely correct. What the fuck was this? No, I'm kidding. It's not. It was a solid episode. I think it was my least favorite episode so far. I don't think it was bad, but like the first episode, it's like, setting the groundwork. We get to see like a bunch of exciting stuff. We get to see Ewan McGregor for the first time since Revenge of the Sith, etc., etc. Third episode was just third episode was so good. Of course, you got Vader versus Obi-Wan. I'm spoiling the shit out of all. Well, actually, for all these series, I think we're gonna spoil them. So Ms. Marvel and the boys, you haven't seen them, get out of here. There's time codes in the description or the show notes so you can jump around. The episode 3 was great, and then episode 4, I don't know. I liked it. It wasn't filler because a lot of people are saying it's filler because Leia or whatever, but it's like it's what the show is. I don't know. It felt like maybe, I think part of it is because this episode was only like 38 minutes long. I think it felt like half an episode. You know what I mean? It felt like there was like an A plot and there was no B plot. And I think because of that, maybe that's why it felt like filler to some. But I think it was a solid episode. My thing is, we only have 2 episodes left. So I think just with the trajectory the show is going, we might have a finale again, like with the Marvel shows. I hope not, but what are you going to do with 6 episodes? I mean, we've seen that track record, so I'm a little concerned, but at the same time, as long as we get a second Vader Obi-Wan thing, I'm happy.
You gotta stop with the 6 episodes. You gotta stop this.
We gotta stop, man. We do gotta stop. I mean, She-Hulk is 10 episodes, but those are 30 minutes. Andor is going to be 12 episodes, so that sounds promising. Yeah, I hope, and I think there's no way Kevin Feige doesn't see it, the 6 episode criticism, and as far as Lucasfilm goes, I don't know. maybe they thought, I don't know, the Marvel format. I don't know, but yeah, I think they see. But all these shows were already in development before that. Those complaints were really, apparent. So, hopefully that changes down the line. Starting with Andor. If Daredevil's 6 episodes, I'm gonna cry.
Daredevil better be 10 episodes, bro. I swear. If it's not, I will physically just not be here anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, Obi-Wan, episode 4, pretty good. Excited for the next 2 episodes, but I'm also concerned. So let us move on to Miss Marvel, episode 1. Thoughts?
Extremely solid. Extremely solid. I love what they were doing with the backgrounds and the interactive pieces of the real world.
Yeah. Oh, when they were texting. And the signs amazing. Showing up behind it. Oh my god.
That's I love shit like that. Gives me very Scott Pilgrim vibes too. So
absolutely.
I love Scott Pilgrim. But yeah, I think the show is really, really, really solid. Of course, it's definitely what you expect. It's a very coming of age story, with the feel in it. I also love the family dynamic. That's something that goes on in a lot of Middle Eastern households, which I love seeing. And from what I've been seeing on TikTok and everything, that people who are part of those communities love that aspect as well. So that was really good to see. The power, I don't care about the power chain. I don't care. She still has her elongated powers to an extent. I don't care. The bracelets though, I forgot the actual name of the bracelets, but they have to deal with the Incursion storyline in Secret Wars. So maybe we'll get something.
Yeah, because what was when she put on the bracelet and she fucking fell into whatever the fuck that was with a bunch of purple motherfuckers staring at her. What was that? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. When I first watched it, after I finished watching it, I was like, that was pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised. But this is only 1 episode so far, so obviously things can change. But right now, just based on that first episode, this is one of those series where the more I think about it, the more I like it. I'm liking this show a lot. One of the things I was worried about going into it, besides the power thing, was the characterization of Kamala Khan. Not that I was worried because of the actress or I don't know the direction the show was going. It seemed like it was going to be true to her. I just wasn't sure how it was going to feel in live action. Well, they nailed it. So I don't know. I was very happy with that. And as far as the power change goes, I haven't seen enough of it to. we see her do the stretchy bit a little bit. She shoots some things. She uses it as a platform at one point. But I don't think I've seen enough personally to really form a full opinion on. But it's all been pretty much confirmed by producers and stuff like that the reason for the power change really was to better contrast with Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau in the Marvels whenever that comes out, 2023. So as far as that goes, fine. It's whatever. But what you said about the family dynamic, it was really good. I know a lot of Muslim people are pretty happy with how it was portrayed. I can't really speak to that considering I'm not Muslim, but that's just what I've seen. So that's great. The mom, she knows something. She knows something going on with that bracelet.
Yeah, because she was calling it junk. I found it. Found the name of it. They were Quasar's quantum bands, and they have like some tie-ins to like Kree technology.
Oh,
so
which also ties into Captain Marvel if they decide to go with that.
Yep, and that purple thing, the purple like dimension type of thing, could be sign of the negative zone. So that's how it taps in. So that's pretty cool. Good. That's pretty cool to see. Like I said, I don't mind the power change because there's always like something that could happen in the future toward like she can still get like her powers in a way. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, it could be like a thing where it's like, oh, the powers from her bracelet melds into her biology or whatever, and so she can stretch. Like I don't think it would be that difficult to write around to give her comic accurate powers.
Yeah, because like, people are like, oh, because I mean, of course, like how she gets her powers is like she gets in contact with Terrigen Mist, which is also one of the things of like the Inhumans. But we haven't even gotten like a thing of the Inhumans yet. So except and it's like it's also a thing like, well, not to that extent. And it's also like it has to do with like mutants. And we haven't even gotten like a lick of mutants yet in the MCU. So I don't know. I mean, like we haven't even gotten to that point yet. So that's why.
Or maybe we have and we just don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to try to figure out a way to introduce mutants into the MCU without...
I'm convinced Wanda's a mutant. I don't care.
Well, I mean, technically she is, but she's not called that in the MCU.
That's because they don't know. They don't know. Well, they don't know what else to call it. I mean, they have no idea.
Well, they're trying to make it to where they don't have to retcon everything of mutants.
Yeah, it's a tall order. I'm so curious and also worried of how they're going to explain that, because especially for a character like Magneto, who's very rooted in the Holocaust. I know people are making arguments about how it could, be like, I don't know, fucking like Vietnam or some other fucking atrocity, which I get. And because eventually they will have to do it. Like it's so much time will have passed since the Holocaust where they're gonna have to. I mean, I guess there's ways. I mean, if you can cryogenically freeze someone in the MCU, then you could have Magneto in World War II during the Holocaust and he somehow gets fucking frozen or something. I don't know. Regardless, there's a lot of history behind the mutants that they're going to have to somehow shove into the MCU without it feeling shoved in and forced.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, we'll see how it goes.
As far as Miss Marvel being an Inhuman, yeah, the fact that they haven't done anything with Inhumans yet, or the Terrigen Mist, I never thought that was ever going to happen when they announced Miss Marvel, but I did still expect for them to somehow work her powers in there somehow, and I guess technically in a way they did that, but that's not exactly what I was expecting. But as of right now, it's fine. But yeah, as a show, shit's been great. We don't really have a idea of any type of villain, really. Yeah. Oh, Avengers Con was sick. Would you go to Avengers Con?
Yeah, I would love to go to Avengers Con. I see a girl get slapped by freaking Mjolnir. That shit was so funny, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I thought she died or something.
Oh my god. She did get hit pretty hard.
Yeah, she got hit like. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I'd go to Avengers Con. And the thing is, would you go to Miss Marvel's Avengers Con or the Avengers game Avengers Con?
Well, the Avengers game ended in disaster.
You're right.
But if we pretend that there wasn't a disaster, honestly, probably the game.
Yeah, I'm going to the game as well. Because of course, it's like like for in the show, it's like very like local, and like in the game, it's like may just be like an actual like exhibit, like Six Flags type
True,
shit.
but I think in the game that wasn't the first one, and in the show, this is the first Avengers Con.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
But I mean, the actual Avengers were there too in the game, so you get to meet them.
Indeed.
So, not in the show because everyone's fucking dead. Anyways.
Oh my god. And by everyone's dead, it means we don't have the money to pay them for this little 2-minute cameo.
Yep.
Or they're just off-world, like Thor.
And freaking Steve's on the moon.
Nah, he's dead.
No, he's on the moon, bro.
And Tony's an AI. So.
Yeah, even dead, I'm the hero.
If Spider-Man doesn't show up in this series, then it's trash.
I know, right? Very solid. Can't wait to see how it is.
Yeah, well, and as an episode, it felt very complete.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a very beginning, middle, and end. Like it had a whole arc just as an episode, which makes me excited for the rest of the series, because if it sort of follows that, I mean, this has the potential to be one of, if not the best executed Marvel series so far, even with a 6-episode limit.
This has 6, dude. No way. This has 6 episodes as well.
I'm almost positive it's.
Bro, we're fucking. We can't fucking win, bro.
I'm pretty sure. Besides WandaVision, because of its sitcom circumstances, I'm pretty sure the idea for all the shows that they announce, whenever they announce them, they're all going to be 6 episodes. Besides WandaVision,
bro,
and She-Hulk.
Bro, we can't win.
But after this, like, it could be like. Echo is in development right now. We have no idea how many episodes that's going to be.
Should be 24. I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Miss Marvel was great. Can't wait to see more of it.
Indeed. So let's move on to The Boys, episodes 1 through 4. Yeah, they really just decided, yeah, let's just do the Thanos meme. The Ant-Man Thanos meme. Fucking crack addicts. Like, what are they doing on the... Who's the writing team? I always forget that, like, this show was, like, executive produced by Seth Rogen. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, dude, like, I swear, like, they gotta... Writing The Boys probably has to be the most, like, funniest yet therapeutic thing ever. Because they can just let their mind wander into, like, the most, like, darkest and disgusting, vile ways. And they can just, like, have someone get killed.
Who writes for Homelander? Are they okay?
They're not okay, bro. They're going insane. Yeah. Man, I'm really like loving this season. Like, I'm loving Homelander. Like Homelander is like really good. Anthony Starr is a great actor.
He's too good.
He is too good, and he's also a menace in real life because he assaulted somebody.
And he was like, "Do you know who I am?" or whatever. Oh, but there's some like behind the scenes photos of him, just chilling, and I'm scared. I'm scared of the dude. I look at him, I'm like, I don't like him. Bro's
really plotting something. Now, my favorite line is your brain getting fucked by stupid? That's my favorite line so far. Yeah. It's so funny. But yeah, overall, like, I'm loving like the kind of like the I don't know, what's the perfect word to say this? The teams breaking apart, the parallel of that. I love that.
Closer to the actual comic.
I'm loving how like Huey's getting like, more character development. He wants to like be a leader after like him just always getting his ass saved. I always love that type of character development. Butcher's getting some character development too. MM generally like saying the same. And then Frenchie and Kimiko say the same.
They're so cute.
I know. They're so cute. And like they barely go anywhere with it. But still.
I mean, It could. Maybe.
We'll see.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go in an episode by episode basis. So episode 1, we dude got Thanos straight up exploded. Oh my, I was not expecting to see that at all. In the first episode, like way to open swinging, but Jesus. Yeah, we get to see Huey, chilling, living his best life, which is really nice to see. Because Huey deserves the best. Because he's the GOAT. And Butcher just being the absolute worst in the best way. God, I love that guy. He sucks so much. But every time he's on screen, every time he says something, I have a smile on my face. I'm like, this guy's great.
Yeah, no, I love seeing Australian Wolverine.
AKA said Australian Wolverine. I'm pretty sure he's Cockney, but yeah.
What'd you say?
He's British.
It's not British.
He's British.
You're right, he is British. I can't think in Australian for some reason.
It's because Carl Urban's from New Zealand, maybe. But also, apparently, according to some British people, apparently his accent isn't that great. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm a dumb American. I don't care.
Right. Like, it's hard doing accents in general.
Yeah. So, did we get any, like in the previous seasons, did we get any backstory on Mother's Milk's family being killed by Soldier Boy?
No, I'm sure it's a retcon.
Okay, so this is a new thing.
Yeah.
Because you brought that up, like, Soldier Boy killed my family. I was like, when did that, what? Where did that
Where did that happen? Yeah, it's crazy how his family got killed by Red Hood.
It's also crazy how the dude that's the guy that's cucking him is seems to be a little too into Homelander's new persona. When he made that speech, Mother's Milk's ex-wife is like there and
oh yeah, oh my God,
he's watching the TV. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, he's getting way too into it, bro.
My guy's getting radicalized as we speak.
But yeah, I totally forgot. Like, a lot of episodes have just been like a ride, so I don't remember too much. Oh yeah, freaking bro, I hate Supersonic. I hate him.
I did too until a certain point.
I'm glad of what happened.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm not because okay.
I'm relieved in the worst way possible.
Right. Okay. Who I hate more is, they're on par for different reasons. I think. Okay, I'll start with Supersonic. He comes in, it's like fuck this guy, and the show is meant to make you be like fuck this guy because it's very like. He's clearly hitting on Starlight, but apparently he's not, according to episode 4. But I don't know. I fucking think he's lying. And even in that moment where he was like, "I'm still in love with you" or whatever, and he was like, just kidding. I was like, I don't think you're kidding. But clearly the show is meant to be like, make the audience feel like this guy's the enemy. Ultimately, they're on the same side, but I was always like, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. Because dude ends up getting fucking murked by Homelander anyway. But who I arguably hate more is A-Train.
Yes.
Who is just making all the wrong decisions.
I've hated A-Train since season 1. Which, of course, that's the whole point. But even then, he is like him and the Deep are in the biggest dick riding competition ever. Yeah. Bro is just, they are me watching. Homelander,
when A-Train and the Deep got in that fight, and he gets in the elevator with Supersonic, and Supersonic was like, hey, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we can kill Homelander. I was like, oh no, I kind of saw A-Train flip in there because I was like, he's the fucking worst. I don't know, he's the worst. He wants to suck up to Homelander so bad, and wants to get on his good side. Like, yeah, that wasn't a surprise, but at the same time, God damn it. Oh my God. And then when A-Train did the fucking, whichever Kardashian or Jenner or whoever, that Pepsi commercial shit,
Dude,
They did.
I was
That was so-
I was laughing so hard, bro. He's like, nah, this is more important. It's a freaking protest. And he runs.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh shit, he's doing the right thing. Oh, it's an ad.
Yeah. I was like, man, like, what is this, bro?
Of course
Crazy.
it is. And then, of course, he's trying to pander to the black community, doing the things.
In the worst way possible.
He's literally doing the things that black people hate when companies do. They're like, hey, we're fucking, I don't know, we're editing this thing out of a TV show that everyone loves because it could be offensive. And every black person's like, that's not the issue. This is not what we're trying to fight against. This is not the problem. Like,
And then freaking dude's like, also like the like secretary Ashley, she's like, is that a slave trade game?
yeah, and he was like, yeah, it's very powerful stuff. Like, Jesus.
And he changed his costume. I'm like, bro,
What
you
are
are
you doing?
like. And then it made it even worse when he was like talking to like some of his old like friends, and of course he wants them to make a change because he has the right he has a
He has a platform.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't do that, bro. I'm like Michael Jordan. I'm like,
I'm not Malcolm X.
yeah,
Fuck
I'm like,
you, bro.
bro.
Fuck you.
Mike, you are the worst thing happening right now.
Dude's making black people look bad.
Seriously.
Oh, I wanted to talk about, I want to say it was in episode 2, but I could be wrong, when Frenchie and Kimiko are going to Vaughtland to talk to Crimson Countess. And you know, Vaughtland clearly supposed to parody Disneyland.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say
they have
Vaught's like a whole thing of like it's like a parody of Disney.
Yeah, and of course they have a bunch of fucking like LGBTQ whatever woke walks, BLM BLTs.
I was like, bruh, no way.
You have like Maeve's like roller coaster of equality or some shit, and it's like good God, because it's clearly like it's poking. It's not even necessarily just poking fun at Disney. It's just all the companies that are like disingenuously pandering towards these communities, which they don't necessarily agree with or care about. And it's always like there's people within those companies that do care, but ultimately the company as a whole couldn't give a shit. It's like clearly they're just doing it for profit. But my thing was, as much as it's, you know, making fun of Disney, it's sort of unfortunate that it's an Amazon show, which is not much worse, if not worse. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Amazon of all platforms is like is, you know, hosting this show that's like fuck Disney. And obviously, you know, the creators of the show, they have nothing to do with fucking Amazon. They're just doing what they believe and whatever, and that's great. On that front, cool. But it's just like it's on Amazon. It's just like, I don't know, it doesn't come across as maybe as well as it could have. But this Crimson Countess can't aim for shit. She kills that Homelander mascot, and then when we get the flashback to whatever it was, like Vietnam or whatever, or no, not Vietnam, wherever the fuck they were in the 80s fighting the Russians or whatever, she kills the good guy. She kills the own people. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she sucks.
Of course, they're part of Payback, which is just the Avengers.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles doing a great job. We haven't seen, of course, his full performance yet, but
you mean Batman?
yes, you mean Red Hood?
Facts.
He's doing great. He's the way he speaks, and like his I don't even know what to call it. Like his intonation. I don't know what the fuck, but dude's literally doing his best Captain America impression. It's great.
Oh my god. I love the like we were talking about it, the promotion for the boys.
Oh yeah, when he's parroting Captain America's
the
homecoming post-credit scene.
Yes, that was amazing.
So your body's changing. Trust me, I know I know a little something about that. It's like,
I can't wait to see more Soldier Boy. I can't wait.
Sam, he's going to be such an interesting character. And of course, we get the reveal in episode 4. The weapon they keep talking about. At first, I was like, okay, well, because we know from the trailers and stuff, Soldier Boy's alive or whatever. I thought, damn, the weapon is it was a lie and it was just Soldier Boy's just alive. But no, Soldier Boy is the weapon.
Yeah, he got turned into Havoc from X-Men.
Essentially.
On a grander scale.
Yeah. And maybe killed Kimiko. Please, God.
Yeah, don't kill my wife. Don't kill Katana from Suicide Squad 2016.
I'm gonna punch the air if she's dead.
I know.
Speaking of so he is the weapon, which means that he could kill Homelander, but it's like, how are they gonna get him on their side?
I don't know, man. They gotta do something.
I think the best way to go about it would be to not even get them on their side, but to get him mad enough at Homelander that they are enemies without ever being on a specific side.
Yep.
Speaking of Homelander, though, dude's just the worst.
Bro's psychotic.
And he was like, he makes that speech where he's talking about not being a puppet or whatever, and losing it. And Ashley comes up. He's like, "You're up 21 points with white males on the Rust Belt." It's like, oh, of course. That's the base you want. That's the people you want to get on your side. But yeah, and of course he's manipulating everyone. He finally doesn't really, or he cares about it, but he doesn't care about the Flight 37 video because he could just murk everyone anyway. So
that shit was crazy though.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck back.
Yeah, get the fuck back or I'll laser every single one of you. Like, Jesus.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, dude's not well. But of course you got Starlight having to what's the word I'm looking for?
Have to pretend.
Yeah, and concede to a lot of the things Homelander wants, which is a yikes.
It's not gonna be good. Especially episode 6 is coming up in 2 weeks. Oh, episode 6. That's gonna be a gut-wrenching episode.
What do you mean?
Hero-gasm? It's horrible, bro. It's bad. It's very controversial for a lot of reasons.
What, from like reviewers and stuff who've seen it?
No, like I'm talking like the actual like contents of the comic and what's probably going to be in the episode itself is like insane.
How closely is it following the comic?
Pretty closely. Like even the camera crew was traumatized filming it. Anthony Starr even said that like he can't even watch the episode because it's that bad.
The fuck?
I'll tell you what it contained.
Don't tell me.
Like, I can't tell you on the podcast.
Don't tell me.
I'm just gonna say.
Don't tell me.
Poor Huey. Anyways.
Why?
But yeah, you don't want me to tell you, so I can't.
You just did.
I won't tell you. But yeah, I don't know what to say. Season 3 is just insane. I'm really loving everything of it so far. Yeah, like you said, The Boys is very like one of the most consistent shows, superhero shows to my ad, and like even the story behind it is like really, really crazy too.
I think so far, just 4 episodes in, I think I'm liking this season more than season 2.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot going on.
Although season 2 had the laser baby.
Yeah, I did have the laser baby.
So, it gets points for that. But, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. It's just very good.
Yeah. I don't want to keep jumping back and forth because there's a lot of things we could talk about.
Yeah.
But,
so
I don't have anything else to say as well.
Yeah, let's move on to the topic, which is, of course, we're going to rank the MCU origin stories. Why don't you get started?
First one is Shang-Chi.
Why? You
Why?
like that shit?
I do.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it like short and fast with my descriptions of why I ranked the things I did.
Yeah.
I love martial arts. It's one of my favorite things ever. I'm a big fight sequence guy. Um, I've choreographed fights myself, and I hope to do that more as I progress in my career. But I love Shang-Chi, and I also love the idea of I love Asian led movies a lot, and that's something that we need more of, especially in Hollywood. So that's probably why I love this film a little bit more. And it's also like I love Shang-Chi as a character in the comics. So him getting his own movie was just something that I really wanted from like a long time.
Yeah, he is also first for me. It's just yeah, it's just good shit. Like you said, the martial arts were the number one thing I was looking for in this movie, and boy did they deliver. I was very very pleased with it, and I mean we talked about it in our review, but another thing I was worried about was whether or not I would give a shit about the characters, and I ended up really liking all of the characters, and it was like I was expecting it to be good, but I wasn't expecting to love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not only expecting to love it, but expecting it to be arguably the best solo movie in the MCU, even outside of origin movies. Like, of course, the standard, is Iron Man,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's just damn good, really good.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Shang-Chi brought us like top five enemies, antagonists, which is Wenwu.
Of course.
Bro's a powerhouse.
And especially towards the end when Shang-Chi gets a hold of the rings, the creativity with some of the uses he was using it for to like walk and swing and shit, like god damn.
Yeah.
The
But
fight
yeah,
at
the
the
fight.
end mirroring the fight his mom had with his, come on.
hmm But yeah, fight choreography is insane. Something that like I just thoroughly enjoyed. And I have told you this before, but I'm gonna say it to the people who don't know. But the fight choreographer for Shang-Chi is the same fight choreographer who did the fights, the action design for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And that's an incredible
Is
movie.
that the one that died?
What?
The one that died?
Who?
The one who was working on Shang-Chi, is that the same person?
No. Wait. Well, I mean, yeah, he's the same person, but no one died.
Someone died, bro.
No, no, the person I'm talking about didn't die.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah, the person I'm talking about didn't die. And he also owns his own. He also like is a part of like an indie filmmaking company, which I adore a lot. So, but yeah, he's great. His name is Joseph Lee. Amazing. But I'm done talking about Shang-Chi. I could talk about it for all day. What's your first film?
Shang-Chi.
Okay.
So what's your
All
second?
right. My second, Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
Underrated. Well, yeah, I would say it's a mix of underrated and underappreciated to an extent. This movie has a lot of heart. I mean, it's very back to the roots MCU like movie.
Very phase one.
Yeah, very phase one. Yeah, but I think that's probably what I like about this like film the most. Chris Evans is amazing. So is Haley Aswell. Atwell, and everyone else. It's just this movie is great. The movie is great. Has a rough ending. Not rough as in like it's bad, but it just hurts my heart. But yeah, I love this movie to death. That's all
Uh,
I gotta say.
yeah, my second is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Really?
Yeah. I want to rank these more so as their actual origin storytelling rather than whether I like the movie or not, because certain movies would be lower or higher on this list otherwise. But Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, not only is it just a fucking fantastic film, probably top 5 MCU film of all time, but
Definitely not.
Shut up. You get the origin of Peter Quill, which is mostly what the movie is. It's Peter Quill's origin. You get a little bit from Gamora and Nebula, less so. We didn't get to see anything from Rocket and Groot really, because those they're more of a mystery. But not only is it an origin for Peter Quill, it's also an origin for the team, and I thought they just did it fucking flawlessly. The way they all sort of came together in the prison, and them just being reluctant to work with each other, but also, escaping from the prison and getting to the collector and whatnot. Just fucking, it's good shit. It's good shit.
For sure. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is not even top 10 for me. It's like top 15.
Okay.
It's not good.
Shut
Anyways,
your mouth.
My next one is Iron Man. Iron Man 1. Really, really great origin. First movie of the MCU. Can't go wrong with it. Soundtrack is amazing. Robert Downey Jr. is amazing. And like it's a movie that still holds up to like today, which is amazing as well. I think I would say like, yeah, the first Iron Man suit's like my favorite. It's like my favorite suit.
Hard to say, but
shut up. Anyways, but yeah, as a whole, like I just love it. Like I can't get enough of it either. I go back from time to time to watch. I watch it from time to time, and I'm just like, damn, like this movie is just that good. Like I said, very, very phase 1.
Yeah,
which was the start of it all.
Definitely. My third is also Iron Man.
Nice.
Pretty much for all the reasons you said. It set the tone for the MCU, and as far as its origin goes, it's before Iron Man, before the movie, he was a B-list character. No one really knew or cared about him, but the movie was really good as far as making this character compelling and someone you cared about, and especially a really arrogant, cocky billionaire. Like no one, like it's like just on the surface, it sounds like a character that no one would give a shit about or like, and yet they did it. They succeeded in making audiences like him and believing his story and making him feel relatable without feeling relatable.
For sure. And it was a great movie to start off with Iron Man anyways.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, in hindsight,
great.
it has its issues. It's aged in certain storytelling aspects, but in 2008, as far as an origin story goes, this is fucking great.
For sure. All right. So then my next one is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, no. Shit's mid.
Yeah.
It's a top 15.
It really is. But yeah, I mean, all for the reasons you just said, it's like a really good, like, heartfelt team story. Not only as an origin for Peter Quill, but also an origin for everyone else in a way. Like it just goes to show like how strangers could be just great as a team, and like everyone who played their roles is fantastic. I have nothing else to really say. You said it all for me.
Yeah, my fourth is Captain America: The First Avenger.
It's crazy how that's in your fourth place, considering you love that movie to death.
I do love this movie, but we're talking about as far its origin story, the way the story goes, not necessarily how much I like the movie.
Oh no!
Otherwise, this would probably be third.
Oh no! I'm like, this is like ranking like how I love it.
Okay, well, that's tough for you, isn't it?
Like, I mean, the origin stories are all pretty much the same. They're all mid.
Oh, I mean, we were talking about Iron Man and Doctor Strange, baby. No, I'm kidding, but Yeah, Cap 1 is up there because it's Captain America. You know, for me, he took me a long time to get into him as a character, and when I came back to this one, I really, 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 really enjoyed it. And it goes through from A to B, how we all know Cap ends up it's supposed to be present day, whatever, and man at a time, and it gets there, and it didn't fall into the trap a lot of movies probably would fall into, where the movie if this was made by DC, I feel like the movie would have been mostly skinny Cap, and it would have been just a skinny Cap story, and then the third act happens, and then right at the end, then he turns into Captain America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's, in a Captain America movie, that's not what you want, and I feel like that's the trap a lot of movies would have fell into, but that's not what this movie was. And like you said, it has a ton of heart, and yeah,
really good. So the next one on my list is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yikes!
Shut up. Anyways,
Iron Boy Jr.
I love like this like Spider-Man story. And after seeing him in Civil War, essentially breaking the internet to a point, everyone was very excited to see Spider-Man in the MCU.
They ruined it.
Shut up. But I like this different take on Spider-Man, him being like an apprentice to Tony Stark. Him having a suit made by Tony, it was really, really added to like the depth that it could have gone. And overall, I mean, I just loved how even like him starting out, he knew like what he needed to do as Spider-Man. Like him taking initiative and trying to do things on his own, him getting his suit taken away and still doing what he needed to do to stop the villain. Like him like leaving his crush at like the school dance to become the hero that he needs to be. It's just well made. I loved it a lot. And that's like, yeah.
Agreed. But at the same time, they just had to make him Iron Boy Jr. So they ruined Spider-Man. MCU Spider-Man's trash. I mean, they kind of rectified it in No Way Home, but even then, it's like the damage had been done. So bring back Tobey Maguire, the GOAT, the OG. My next one is Doctor Strange.
Nice.
Doctor Strange being one of the most underrated MCU movies, while being one of the most important MCU movies. I hope more people saw this now that Doctor Strange 2 is out. But yeah, one could make the argument, and one of the reasons why this is like lower than Cap, because it is pretty by the numbers. It is. But what it does with that by the numbers plot is fantastic. The visuals, great. The way it sets up his story, like the car crash and shit, him being an arrogant prick. He's still an arrogant prick. But, him learning the lesson that it's not all about him. It's a great message. And it was just the movie was done really well.
Facts. The next one on my list is Doctor Strange.
Ew.
All for the reasons you just said. I will still stand by the fact before the end of the Infinity Saga, Doctor Strange was the most underappreciated character along with Ant-Man. And I'm glad that he finally got the recognition after the Infinity Saga. As an origin, yeah, it's very, 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 very good. His character development was insane. How he managed to carry himself after just being in a very dark place was just amazing. And like him being like, a great hero at the end of the movie was amazing as well. So yeah. Anything else?
Yeah, people didn't see Doctor Strange and then they saw us fight with Thanos in Infinity War, and motherfuckers were like, who is this guy?
Yeah, and they didn't see Doctor Strange and had the nerve to like, they had the nerve to not believe that the multiverse was real when there's a literal line of dialogue that said the multiverse.
But
Crazy.
Mysterio.
It's crazy, bro.
There were still deniers even after Loki came out. Like, what?
People just want to be dumb all their lives.
Weird as hell. My next one is Homecoming. I was tempted to put this more towards the bottom of the list because of Iron Boy Jr. and them ruining Spider-Man. Because it's not just technically an origin story, but
yes, it is.
Hold on, but it is in a way. Really, the entire trilogy is an origin story, but in this one, he does learn how that ultimately being the hero is more important than his personal life, and also the fact that he's still Spider-Man without the suit. He doesn't need it to be a hero. That's also part of it. Just that entire trilogy. That entire trilogy can be on this list. Okay, No Way Home is at the top. Screw Shang-Chi. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was really great character development for Spider-Man and great setup for lessons in the future, of course. Very good.
For sure.
I can't wait to see his actual origin in the animated series Spider-Man Freshman Year coming to Disney Plus, hopefully sooner rather than later.
It's getting mid.
I can't wait for there not to be an Uncle Ben and for the internet to just explode.
All right.
There's got to be an Uncle Ben, right?
Imagine Uncle Ben voiced by Tobey Maguire.
There's got to be an Uncle Ben.
There has to be.
I still think it's a missed opportunity that they didn't show his grave at the end of No Way Home.
I know, right? Just imagine. Maybe that's part of the deleted scene we're gonna get in September.
It's definitely not. Oh fuck! We didn't talk about that at all.
But yeah, No Way Home is coming back.
Yeah, No Way Home's coming back.
September.
In September, 15 minutes of extra footage.
2 minutes of deleted footage.
Oh.
All that better be Matt Murdock.
I think at least 2 minutes of it is Matt Murdock.
Man, crazy.
But it's like a 5-minute scene of just the three Spideys just chilling. God. As much as I hate it, because fucking should have been on the Blu-ray, but God damn it, just take my money. Fuck. They got me.
Right. The next one on my list is Ant-Man.
Midman.
Man, Ant-Man is it's as an origin, it's just like all about character development, bro. It's all about character development for this one. Like, man, Scott Lang was a robber. Bro was robbing people.
For the right reasons.
For the right reasons. And then he robbed the right house and got held with the responsibility of being Ant-Man. But yeah, the movie is very, very, it's very fun, has like very lighthearted, emotional moments. The antagonist is good. I like the antagonist. Yellow Jacket was pretty cool. But even then, like I said before the Infinity Saga, he was very underappreciated. So I love this. His origin story is really good.
And now the world has Paul Rudd fever.
Right.
Including us.
I still dream about him.
Oh. You should write these dreams down.
Facts.
My next one is Black Panther.
See, I was thinking about putting Black Panther too, but I switched Ant-Man, Black Panther at the last minute, so.
Black Panther is not towards the bottom, which it would be if this was an objective list. But the story it tells is pretty good. It's quite good. Black Panther, well, remember, just seeing Wakanda was amazing. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Killmonger, just being the absolute menace he is, being low-key right, but also not at all right. Him losing, T'Challa losing to Killmonger and being able to rise up and ultimately beat him and learn the lesson that Wakanda doesn't necessarily have to be cut off to the rest of the world was great. Him actually taking the villain's point into account and, you know, improving upon the villain's motivations and shit, and his ideas, and, you know, making it a good one, isn't really something that we see. It's always good versus evil, black. It's always black and white. You know, it's a cut and dry thing. So the fact that there is a movie where the good guy is like, actually, you know, even though the dude's batshit, he had some good ideas and actually, you know, implemented some of those. So as far as that goes, you know, not being closed-minded, I thought that's fantastic.
Facts. Killmonger was right there. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Next one on my list was Black Panther as well. All for the reasons you just said. It's a gorgeous movie.
It's mid, but it's gorgeous.
Very formulaic. Yes. Very generic and formulaic for an MCU movie. Crazy how he was better in Civil War than his own movie.
Sad.
But yeah, for all the reasons you just said, I love the dynamic between you know, T'Challa and Killmonger, and how, like, you know, they had conflicting ideologies. I love Killmonger becoming king for like a little bit. It was pretty cool. And like I love the afterlife aspect of this film as well.
Yes.
Like that was really good. I hope we see that more in Black Panther 2. But yeah, I mean, there's really no other way I could describe this movie because you've already explained it for me.
Yeah, well, my next one is Ant-Man, like you said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one also pretty formulaic and by the numbers. Villain, not great. Just a good guy with the same power, or a bad guy with the same powers. But as far as the origin goes, yeah, like you said, the character development crazy. Dude learns how to be a hero. One could argue he already was a hero, which was part of what made him such a good candidate to be the successor to Hank Pym as Ant-Man. And you know, not only do we get to see an origin for Ant-Man, we also get to see an origin for the Wasp and Hope Van Dyne, which was, you know, good to see. We got to see essentially two origins in one movie, which is awesome. We got to see the quantum realm and just the sacrifice that Scott was willing to make in that moment was awesome. And of course, the way he is willing to provide for his family was great. So yeah, Ant-Man. You said most of the things that pertains to it, so yeah.
So my next one is Thor.
Same.
AKA Dutch Angle Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Branagh loves his Dutch angles.
Loves his Dutch angles. But overall, I think the movie it's fine. It's a fine movie. Very, very colorful too. I love seeing the origin of Loki in this one. I like it a lot. And like, you know, the whole battle sequence on whatever planet that was.
Jotunheim?
9. Yeah.
No, Jotunheim.
Jotunheim. I think they said 9. I was like, what?
9.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what else to say about this movie other than just Dutch Angle Central. I completely forgot about Thor. Like, I don't really know what else to say.
Okay, I'll talk because it's also my next one. Thor, massively underrated in my opinion. Great movie. All the shit on Asgard puts me to sleep, but everything on Earth, great fun. I like seeing the origin of Thor and Jane Foster's relationship. Now, granted, the criticism that they don't have a lot of chemistry, while not their fault, because they clearly, just in the What If episode and what we barely seen of Thor Love and Thunder, they can't have good chemistry. It's just the material that they gave each of them in those early movies weren't as good as it could have been, because Jane Foster was very, bubbly or whatever, and Thor was still very Shakespearean and sort of flat. But it's, this movie has a lot of good shit in it and a lot of good funny moments in it, like when he gets hit by the car multiple times and when he fucking gets tranquilized and he fucking gets his face slammed to the door and it slides down. It's really good stuff. But, Thor as an origin story, and not really an origin story, obviously he already existed, but like he is worthy to wield Mjolnir. He's the next next in line for the throne of Asgard, and at the time he was like, hell yeah, I'm king. But by the end he's like, I don't really know, like I'm chilling. And the fact that basically, I think the origin story for Thor in this is to be himself, really.
Yeah.
And I thought it succeeded in that. I thought it's obviously it's towards the bottom for a reason, because still it's not executed as well as the other ones, but I still think it's underrated. It's good fun.
Fair to say. My next one is The Incredible Hulk.
Wow.
Sorry. The only reason why I have it,
not Hulk 2003.
Nah, sorry. But
the best Hulk
this movie gets heavily carried by the look of Edward Norton's Hulk.
Dear God.
The best Hulk.
Jesus.
But overall, like the origin story, I think it's okay. I mean, I really love the aspect of like him having to check his heartbeat all the time. But I don't know. Like, there's something about it that just feels off. Even when I rewatched the movie, I mean, I love all the Bruce Banner, love all the Bruce Banner Hulk things. But something about like him, like as Banner and interacting with everyone else was just kind of like weird to me. Like even like with him and like Betty is kind of like weird, because like she just left like Bruce to like go be with like some like dumb guy, and then as soon as he comes back, he's like all head over heels for him.
Hey, don't roast my guy Tyrell like that, all right?
I'll roast who the hell I want, all right? But I don't know, like I think the origin's okay. I mean, I'm just more of a fan of Edward Norton's Bruce Banner in this movie, and like his sequences alone.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Emil Blonsky things were like some weird, like the fight with him in the the field, like where the church was.
No, that shit was great.
It was great, but it's also
that the one where he got kicked into the tree.
Yeah,
fucking hilarious. Best part of the movie.
No, because like I remember I haven't seen the movie in a long time, and I was like, without no context, right? I haven't seen this movie since I was like 9. Wherever the movie came out, I haven't seen the movie since then. And I'm like, how is this motherfucker going toe to toe with the Hulk? And I forgot he was like a super soldier. I kind of added to that a little bit. I was like, okay. And he just gets kicked, and I'm like, damn. Body flopping, and then just hits the tree. But yeah, that's my thing.
My next one is Captain Marvel.
Fair?
Yeah, Captain Marvel, it's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, it could have been better. It wasn't the best. It's not the most fun, although I do think it's a lot better on a rewatch. The origin story that it does tell, I think, is pretty good. You have Carol Danvers, or just Vers, in the beginning of the movie. She doesn't know who she is. She has little flashes or whatever, but like all she wants to do is to win the approval of like Jude Law and stuff and her peers and whatever, of the Kree, who are ultimately the villains and who are falsely vilifying the Skrulls, in which, so obviously she overcomes that and, gets, I don't know about, I don't know. Did she get all of her memory back? I don't think she does.
I think she got most of it. Most of, not all.
Regardless, yeah, she she learns how to essentially stand up for herself, like actually herself, and not just the people like she works for and whatever. And it might be a little bit on the nose, but like at the end when she says to Jude Law that she has nothing to prove to him, it's like, yeah, yeah. I thought it was solid. Yeah, as a movie, not the best, but I actually think the origin story it was telling is pretty good, although it wasn't executed as well as it could have. But yeah, that's why it's not lower on the list.
Yeah. My next one is Captain Marvel. Definitely a lot better on rewatch, but still as like a movie, it's very flat compared to the other MCU projects. I think Brie Larson is a great choice for Captain Marvel. I loved her like appearance. I loved her overall characteristics and personality of the character. She plays it very, very well. Young Samuel L. Jackson was great. So is young Coulson. God, Coulson. Also the addition of Skrulls, great. Loved it. I love that a lot. And yeah, I mean, pretty much all I have to say. You kind of explain it for me. It's just that like the first time watching it, I showed little to no emotion. Seriously. Like,
yeah.
And I was just like crazy. I was like, man, like that movie is just insane. How it did not make me like laugh, chuckle, even grin a little bit. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely better on a rewatch. But yeah, that's my thing. I already know what your next one's gonna be.
No, you don't.
It's Incredible Hulk.
It's Eternals.
Eternals?
Yep.
You really hate the Incredible Hulk that much, don't you?
I'll get to it. Yeah, Eternals was I also think is underrated. While it's far from the best movie in the MCU and also far from my favorite. I think it was overhated, mostly by critics. It has a relatively positive audience score. But like as an origin story, yeah, I think as the actual story it was telling as a whole was good, but as an origin for the team itself, not it's not like, because the Guardians of the Galaxy did it so well, and you start this movie with them as a team, and yet they don't really feel like a team. You know what I mean? Like some of them are friends and some of them are, I guess, kind of indifferent to each other. Like they try to make them feel like a family, but ultimately I don't believe some of the relationships. It's fine. By the end of the movie, when they're in their little, like they sort of have like their own little I don't know what to call it, like factions, I guess. But I think the team that they end up with without Icarus and Sprite's off to do whatever she does, I think that team is a lot better than what we have in the beginning. And you know, like Gilgamesh dies, and Gilgamesh was cool. I just don't. I believe
we needed more of him for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, especially to build his relationship with the other characters, because I believe his relationship with Athena, because that's actually sort of fleshed out. But with everyone else, it's like, I don't know what your relationship is with the rest of these people, other than you're kind of born together in a way. So yeah.
I'm just a big baby. Best line.
Deserve better.
Oh, yeah, no, for real. Yeah, my last one. My last one is Eternals as well. Kind of like you said, not my favorite MCU film, but it's not that bad. I wouldn't call it underrated. I'd say it's overhated. Overhated for sure. As a movie, it's great. I loved like, you know, the locations and the costume design of all the Eternals, really great. Very big name actors in this movie, such as Salma Hayek, Richard Madden, and even Gemma Chan. Still hates Cersei.
Jeez.
She cheated on my man Kit Harington.
She's fine.
She's not. She cheated. Um, but yeah, as an origin, I think it's fine. Um, I still just can't shake the fact that they're not as good as the Avengers. I couldn't say it, but yeah, I think the origin's fine. I enjoyed how, like, they're how Cersei was finding out the truth about them in a way, and she was trying to like stop this emergence from happening that was gonna create catastrophe around the earth, and like essentially kill it off. I like that aspect. I like the movie. Yeah, like I said, definitely think it's overhated. Um, there are some elements I love, and also some moments I love too. Wish we had gotten a little bit more of Gilgamesh. I wanted to see more of Druig. He's amazing. Hates Sprite. Icarus is a teacher's pet. Cersei's a cheater. I love Phastos. Wanted to see more of Phastos too. He was great. Would have been better if he started rapping on screen, his paper boy.
Kumail Nanjiani didn't have to run away.
I know. Come on, bro.
What's his character's name?
Kingo.
Yeah.
It's like you said this before. They made the silliest thing into the coolest thing. Him shooting finger guns, finger blasters.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, that's the ridiculous. Imagine saying that to someone like before you have any idea about this movie. Hey, there's going to be a Marvel movie coming out where one of the characters' powers is finger guns. That sounds so fucking stupid, but I don't know. It works for some reason.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think this movie's fine. The reason why it's ranked so low on this is because I think the origin doesn't really. I like the others a little bit more for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it's bad, but yeah.
Yeah, my last one is The Incredible Hulk, because that shit's ass.
Because you're a hater.
It's bad. It's not bad.
You said it's painfully boring.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's painfully boring. I mean, as an origin story, I mean, technically it's not really an origin, because I mean, they get the origin out of the way in like the first 2 minutes in that opening montage sequence, but I don't know what the fuck does he learn in this movie. Other than what did he I don't know, control his anger? I don't know. Who gives a shit? Like, he learns that he can leave for a while, and then when he comes back, Betty's always going to be there. She's not gonna. She might move on, but she'll always come back and screw the other guy over. I don't know. I don't like this. It's the worst design for the Hulk. It's so bad.
It's great.
God, it's so bad.
It's great.
The movie's unnecessarily dark. Why?
What is up with you in hating Edward Norton's Hulk?
Because it's not good.
So you mean something? You like Eric Bana's design over Edward Norton's?
I wasn't thinking about Eric Bana's. To be honest, that wasn't in my brain as I was saying that.
Yeah, there's something about Eric Bana's Hulk. I don't know. But I think Edward Norton has a great Hulk look.
Absolutely not.
As a character and as development goes, Mark Ruffalo for sure. But as a design, I'm leaning towards Edward Norton.
Definitely not.
Because you're a hater.
Worst thing I've ever heard.
You are a hater. That's why.
I'm not a hater. I just know good shit when I see it.
Yeah, you don't know good shit. You're a hater.
I do. That design is so ugly.
No, it's not.
So muscly and veiny and slimy. The peak Hulk design was either Avengers 2012 or Age of Ultron.
Why? God.
He looks slimy. To tell you. Stupid,
bro. I say that.
Edward Norton's Hulk looks like the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles design for Michael Bay. That's what he looks like.
Nah. That's Doomsday and BVS.
All one and the same.
Freaking stupid, dude. Anyways, is that it?
I think so. Yeah, is that the show?
Yeah, that is the show. Well, thank you for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengers on Twitter and Instagram. Or is it the same?
Is it the same? Instagram is the Avengenerds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
maybe someone shouldn't take our goddamn usernames.
Oh my god!
I'll give you $5 for it. How about that?
Yeah.
Give $5 for the username, huh?
I'll give you my whole Funko Pop collection. That's worth $2,000.
Whoa! Let's slow your roll there. If they take $5, they take $5.
But anyways, we're on Twitter, and that's AVENGE Nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at nowhere. Just follow our Instagram, follow our Twitter. That's where
follow
it's
our
there
TikTok.
For. Yeah, and our TikTok. We're on TikTok as well. Yes. And where can they reach you?
They can reach me at Twitter. I'm generally on the Twitter account. So at Avengenerds, AVENGE Nerds, all one word on Twitter.
Yep. We have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can check our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app, on Apple Podcasts, and even on Spotify. If you can leave 5 stars in review, it will really help us out. Thanks again for listening to the Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later. It's Morbin time.
I'm gonna watch Morbius. I'm gonna do it, bro.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do it. Oh god.
Godspeed.